Hey guys, thanks a lot for tuning in. First off, I apologize for the clickbaity title. That's not really my style. Got to get views somehow. So with that being said, let's just get into it. Okay, Amazon FBA, how I made $207,198 with one product my very first year. So it basically comes down to three main reasons. Obviously, more goes into it, but in a nutshell, three reasons. So let's get into it. Number one, as you can see here, I went after competition, guys. Most people teach to go after these, these products that have perceived high competition with, somehow no demand. And don't get me wrong, there are products out there that do exist like that, but they're pretty hard to find. I don't like playing that constant cat and mouse game of finding a trending product, taking advantage of it, and then having to rinse and repeat that over and over again. I like to find sustainable, in-demand, more competitive products that, continually make me income on a consistent basis. So I hope that you can understand that. Competition is a good thing, guys, if you know what you're doing. That's the main thing. Don't be scared off by competition. Competition means that there's demand, and if there's demand, that means that there's a lot of buying activity going on. I see so many people going after these products that have, hundreds of searches per month around their main keyword, and they wonder why they make no sales even when they're ranked at the top of the first page. Well, that's why, because there just simply isn't that many people that are looking for your item. So that's number one. Number two is I had an action plan before starting. I put in several months of dedication and work before I actually launched my first product because I wanted to negate my downside 100%. Well, nothing's 100%, as much as possible before coming out of the gate. So that's what I did. And how you do that is you have to have systems in place for your process. Number one, you got to have a product picking system. You got to have a launching system, and you got to have a ranking system. It's pretty simple, and there is no one magic system, guys. There's a million systems out there that people teach, million strategies, and a lot of them all work. It's whatever works for you. That's what I want you to understand is there's no magic pill. There's no magical way to pick a product. It's just simply whatever works for you. I know that's not a attractive thing to hear. That's not something that gets you excited, but that's the reality. And I'm a straight shooter, and I'm not going to sit here and make you false promises. I come from a tennis background. Before I got into e-commerce, I was a tennis player and a full-time tennis coach at one of the world's premier academies. Because of this coaching background, I feel like I'm pretty qualified and actually feel very comfortable coaching e-commerce. I feel at home here. So with that being said, in tennis and in sport in general, you notice that there's a million different ways to kind of achieve the same result. So for example, in tennis, there's 1,000 ways to hit a serve, right, that all yield the same result. Nobody on the professional tour in tennis has the same service motion or the same technique on their ground strokes. But the ball goes in relatively the same area, relatively the same speed, relatively the same spin. So my point is there's 1,000 ways to skin a cat. You got to find what works for you. And let's go on to number three now, guys. I found a way to differentiate my product. Once I found where the demand was, I had a product picking system in place that gave me a higher odds chance than most people. I found a way to then differentiate that product. Okay, and basically the way I did that was I found a competitor's product, a top-selling competitor, and instead of just straight up ripping off his product, his or her product, which is what most people do, and I don't advise you do it. Number one, it's scummy. Number two, there's no defensibility, there's no sustainability to that strategy, because what's to stop 5 people tomorrow from doing the same thing to you? So I found a competitor who's selling well. I sourced a similar product but with my own twist. And examples of that would be to have your own twist, have great packaging. Custom packaging is going to cost you an extra few pennies, guys, on per unit cost. Not a lot of extra cost, and it can have a significant impact. Number 2, consider adding a free bonus. If you notice that your product is frequently bought together with a very inexpensive add-on type product that complements it well, consider bundling it into your main product and sell it as one. It's probably the best strategy out there for differentiating, honestly. All you do is go to your competitor's product page, you look at the frequently bought together section it's just usually underneath the bullet points, and you'll notice a trend in the top 20-25 listings of that particular product you're looking at. You'll notice a common trend most of the time in the frequently bought together section where one or two things stick out as it's common sense. The most advanced tactic of differentiating yourself and creating a really defensible product that is not easy for a competitor to come in and rip you off would be to file a patent. That's a little more advanced, costs a lot of money, but it's certainly a consideration down the road if you hit it big with a particular product and you have a little extra funds. I highly recommend it. It's something actually that I've done. In conclusion, guys, these 3 main tactics I just went over, basically the purpose is to dial in systems and practices in order to set the foundation for your business. So a business is a collection of systems that work in harmony together. That's what a well-run business is all about. If you release product 1 doing something some way, release product 2 using another method, product 3 using another method, there's no continuity there. There's no consistency there. You got to find something that works, stick to it 100%, and then replicate that. It has to be replicatable from product to product to product to product, or else you're going to be in trouble. You then always want to find some way to differentiate your product and make it defensible. Amazon is a fixed ecosystem, guys. It's a fixed platform. Every single person on Amazon is limited to 7 images, 5 bullet points, a title, a product description. That's it. Okay, it's not like Shopify, or if you were to have your own brand outside of Amazon where you can control the sales process with your customer from start to finish. Amazon is fixed, therefore we must do everything in our power to make our product stand out and make it different. I can't stress that enough. That's probably the most important one of these 3. I hope you found some value in this. I really do. I plan on coming out with some more videos in the future. This is a brand new channel. Yeah, guys, appreciate you tuning in. See ya.